Have you ever waited for life to change while doing nothing? Have you ever believed that God will take care of everything, but deep inside, your life stayed exactly the same? What if the sign you are waiting for is not telling you to wait, but telling you to act? Today's story is not just a story. It is a powerful lesson about laziness, faith, effort, and how many people misunderstand God's plan for their life. So stay with me till the end, because this story might completely change the way you see your struggles. Once upon a time, in a quiet little village, there lived a man known by everyone for one simple reason. He was extremely lazy. He did not like working. He did not like sweating. He did not like trying, but he loved eating. Every day, he looked for easy ways to get food without doing any hard work. Sometimes he begged. Sometimes he borrowed. Sometimes he tricked others. But deep inside, he believed something very strongly. He believed that God would always provide for him. One morning, while wandering through the countryside, his stomach growling with hunger, he saw a beautiful apple farm. The apples were red, shiny, and juicy. The lazy man looked around and thought, no one is watching. I'll just take one apple. As soon as he reached to pick an apple, a loud voice shouted, "Hey, what are you doing?" A farmer had seen him. The farmer started running toward him, angry and shouting. The lazy man panicked. He dropped the apple and ran as fast as he could. Without thinking, he rushed into the nearby forest to hide. As he walked deeper into the forest, his heart slowly calmed down. That's when he saw something shocking. In front of him was an old wolf. But this wolf was different. It had only 2 legs. It could not run. It could not hunt. It could not defend itself. The lazy man was confused. How is this wolf still alive? He wondered. There are dangerous animals everywhere. Yet the wolf looked calm, peaceful, almost happy. Suddenly, the man heard heavy footsteps. A lion appeared. The lazy man quickly climbed a tree in fear. The wolf stayed where it was, because it had no choice. The man held his breath, but instead of attacking, the lion dropped a piece of meat in front of the wolf and walked away. The wolf began to eat. The lazy man's eyes opened wide. "This is God's miracle," he whispered. "God is feeding even a crippled wolf." At that moment, a dangerous thought entered his mind. If God feeds a helpless wolf, he thought, then God will surely feed me too. He climbed down from the tree, left the forest, and found a quiet place to sit. He decided to wait. The lazy man sat there waiting for food, waiting for help, waiting for a miracle. 1 day passed. No food came. 2 days passed. His stomach burned with hunger. His body grew weak. His hope began to fade. Finally, he could not bear it anymore. He stood up and walked away, confused and disappointed. Why did God not help me? He thought. He met an old sage sitting peacefully under a tree. The lazy man told him everything. "Oh, wise one," he said, "God showed mercy to a crippled wolf. But why didn't he show mercy to me?" The sage smiled gently. "My son," he said calmly, "it is true that God has a plan for everyone." "Yes," the man said quickly. "Then why not for me?" the sage replied. "You misunderstood the sign." The man looked confused. "God did not want you to be like the wolf," the sage continued softly. "He wanted you to be like the lion." The lazy man froze. The lion worked. The lion hunted. The lion acted. God provided the food. But the lion was the one who delivered it. Sometimes in life, we misread God's signs. We wait when we are supposed to move. We pray, but never act. Faith does not mean laziness. Trust does not mean doing nothing. God opens doors, but you must walk through them. If you are struggling today, maybe you are not being punished. Maybe you are being prepared. Ask yourself honestly, are you waiting like the wolf or working like the lion? God's blessings often come through effort, discipline, and courage. I hope this story helped you see life more clearly and guided you toward a happier, stronger path. Thank you so much for watching. Stay blessed. And remember, faith with action changes everything.